Hey guys, this is the Jimmy fan here on Jimmy Master Animatronics, and yes, if you're wondering, I am using my phone again. I'm not using the high definition camera for every review, mainly for the very long videos, for an example, pop culture series, and just for some other reviews in general, because my Wi-Fi isn't the best, so it takes a very long time to upload if I'm uploading at my house. So yeah, but I'll still be using it. But anyways, what we have here to show you is the Gemmy animated pop culture series. Yes, this is pop culture series if you already didn't know. Animated Shrek Bank. Now, you're probably thinking, well, wait, Jordan got one, but it was yours. Well, here's the story. I actually bought one originally a couple weeks back. But here's the only downside to it. I forgot that the address was actually directed to Jordan's right after I said it, and I messaged the seller saying, could you please, redirect it to my address? And they said, okay, that'd be fine. And I could see why they didn't do it, because it turns out shipping to my address was $22, and shipping to Jordan's address was just $11. So I noticed that it arrived at Jordan's house, and I was kind of frustrated. I was like, wait, I thought they said that they were going to ship it to my house, but I see why they didn't now, but I didn't at the time. And Jordan said, well, listen, I was going to get a Shrek Bank anyway, so what I'll do is just keep the one that you ordered and send to my house and just buy you one from the same seller, because there was already still one left. And that's exactly what he did. So he bought it. He kind of saved my butt on that one, because think about it. If I didn't know him, I probably wouldn't have gotten the Shrek Bank. So, or at least from that seller. And this guy was brand new, sealed in the box. Same for all the other ones that were sold from that lot. There was at least 4 available, and they're all sold out now as far as I'm concerned they are. But anyways, this one came with the box, obviously, brand new, sealed in the box, but the box is not in that good of condition. But any of the boxes that you bought from that seller are not in the best of condition. I think they got a little bit of water damage from what I can tell from the box, but yet Shrek was not affected whatsoever. None of the Shreks were. Because I know Halloween Haunter got one, Jordan got one, I got one, and then someone else, I think, bought one. I don't know if Tyler bought one from that seller or not, but I don't know. But anyways, I guess we'll get to the box first. Oh, and all I had to do was fix the mouth on it, so I didn't really bother making a specific repair video, because it was just the motor that was stuck on the mouth. But anyways, it says Shrek 2, 100% authentic ogre. Animated Shrek Bank. Shrek sings and dances to Livin' the Vida Loco and many Shrekisms. Interesting. Jimmy's Pop Culture Series. And this is one of the last of the series made. 2004 was pretty much the close of their series. I know that they made a Carl Spankler from Caddyshack in 06, so I know about that, but I don't think that's pop culture. It may or may not be, but I highly doubt it. Anyways, it says, watch Shrek's mouth move as his head turns from side to side. Shrek swings his hips and arms to Livin' the Vida Loca. Insert a coin and watch Shrek come to life, which we will show that to you as well. It says animated Shrek Bank, and then it has 2 long paragraphs, but we'll only read the bottom paragraph because that's actually the only paragraph explaining about the Shrek Bank, aside from the 2 others that actually just talk about Shrek himself. But because we all know about Shrek, of course, even though the internet's pretty much screwed up Shrek's reputation by now, we still know about Shrek. It says, anyway, this tabletop Shrek Bank is an animated likeness of your beloved character and a great flashback to all the fun and magic of Shrek 2. With sound bites straight from the movie, you'll relive animated adventures and fall in love with Shrek all over again. Boogie down to Livin' the Vida Loca and join into the fun. Gemmy Industries Corporation, 2004. Jimmy's Pop Culture Series. And, yeah. And if you're wondering what the main place this guy was distributed at, KB Toys. Alright, that was the main seller of this guy, because I know that from experience, because back in 2004 I was crazy over KB Toys. Back then they had a whole crap ton of hamsters. They still had a few Pop Culture Series characters, including this guy. I remember seeing this guy, Shrek obviously, and the Homer Simpson. And I really liked Homer Simpson, but I wasn't a huge fan of Shrek. Number one, because they didn't have the display. They had the display at Tyler's store, as far as I know. Way back then, but they didn't have the display on mine. It was just a few boxes stacked up, and they all said Shrek, animated Shrek Bank. But of course, at the time, I was very small. I didn't really know what it did, because it never had a try me option. There was no display to where I would know what it would do, or else I probably would have gotten one. Homer Simpson, that is, he actually had the try me button in this box, and I was very entertained. But of course, I couldn't get him due to the age limit. My grandparents didn't buy him for me. I really wanted him to, even though He was like $40 at the time. Those pop culture series characters now. If you guys didn't experience that as a kid, they were expensive. I mean, Rocky Balboa was sold at KB Toys for like $40, and Hank Williams, same. Abbott Costello, Three Stooges, they were very pricey. So, just so you guys know, they were quite expensive. They weren't all that cheap. Yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say for the box. Now moving on to the item itself. The item itself is in excellent shape whatsoever. The hips move perfectly, head moves perfectly. Didn't have to do any work whatsoever to that. And all I had to do was loosen up the motor in the mouth and, of course, put a new piece on it because those pieces are just so worn out and split now. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. As you can see, I'll get to the details later on after the fact, or after we demonstrate it. But first we'll demonstrate the coin. Just got a little quarter here. So we'll put it in the little slot in the stump and take it from there. And we'll play most of the phrases we can get in, so.
Donkey! Donkey! You're bothering me. Now, where were we? Shut it, donkey! We are definitely not in the swamp anymore. Quick, while they're not looking, we can make a run for it. All right, Dragon Guarded Castle. What? I told you coming here was a bad idea. Thanks, but we've got all the happiness we need. Happy, happy, happy. Face it, donkey, we're lost. Oh, sure. What's next? Are you up for a little quest, donkey? Oh, come on, donkey, lighten up. Look, make yourself useful and go keep watch. EGIF, eh, buddy? Fiona! Fiona! Oh, will you look at the time? Well, I guess you better be going. Donkey! Donkey! You're bothering me.
And that's pretty much all the phrases he has, so we'll get a better close-up view of this item itself. So he's in excellent cosmetic condition and internally as well. And yes, if you did notice, the mouth does go up slowly because considering the motor was very locked up, it has a hard time retracting even though there is pressure from the spring being built up on it. So it's just going to have to keep running and running until it breaks free a little bit more. But as you can see, looks great and works great. It says Shrek 2 at the bottom. And here it is, Pop Culture Series. So just so you guys know, this is part of the Jamie's Pop Culture Series. One of the last ones, but it was still good. Play a couple more.
Now, where were we?
We'll play the song one more time to end the review.
Oh, good. Oh, you and me. Donkey! She's there from superstition. Black cat and good dog. A premonition. That girl's gonna make me fall. Oh, come on, donkey, lighten up. Now, where were we?
going to wrap up this review. I might as well say it before everyone else in the comments goes ahead and says it, because we've already learned our lesson with the first time we reviewed Shrek. It's all over now.